Broadcasting live from the ESPN Radio Winchester studios, breaking down all the chaos from the weekend. It's time for Mayhem Monday on Franklin County's favorite morning show. The starting lineup, fueled by Loco Coffee. And now for your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
And good morning and welcome into the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester on a Mayhem Monday. And we got plenty of mayhem for you this morning. I encourage you to get involved in today's show. The best way to do that is to head on over to the Facebook page, ESPN Winchester, and jump in on the FMO Facebook feed, where you can see Chewy and I sitting in studio this morning, hanging out, enjoying one another's company, and possibly smells. I don't know if that's you, me, or the dead animal underneath the building. Good morning, my friend. How are you today?
Oh, it might be me. To tell everyone about where I am, I thought today was the day that we were going to go see Grider and get my hair cut.
Right.
So I set an alarm for 4:30 a.m. and have been up, and I've been sort of my stomach has been hurting, and everything, and I'm because I was we didn't even talk about how we're gonna meet up or what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's because it's not for another 2 weeks.
Yeah. Brett Crabtree's already in the chat. Good morning, Brett.
Good morning, Brett.
Be like Brett in the FMO Facebook stream on. Jump in with him.
Yeah, jump into the chat,
dude.
Man,
my weekend was intense.
So your weekend was intense. I'm going to want you to tell me about it. The other thing that I'm going to want you to do is tell me now how many times have you gone and seen Spider-Man?
I was going to watch it 4, but I had to watch it 3 because and again to preface this, I bailed on Joe Abraham this weekend.
Well, you didn't really much bail as much as the idea of when we were going to go was kind of fluid. We weren't sure if we were going to go Friday or Saturday. We ended up going Friday. And you're like, when are you guys going? And I'm like, right now.
Yeah, I was like, when are you going? And the reason I asked you that is because Mom and Dad they're gone to Richmond.
Oh.
They just, when they were at Birmingham the other week.
Yeah.
Now they're in Richmond, and they drove, but they had to get a rental car. And that was when Dad was going to go pick up the rental car.
Right.
And he had the only working vehicle, and he rode off with it in between that text message. But it's no worries. So I did want to publicly apologize for that. Didn't mean to, I know that would have been fun.
Well.
But I did go watch it again with William the day after that.
Yeah.
And we did our review. So that is coming up soon.
Oh.
Yeah. And he had a really good time. I think he'll probably jump in for some more of those.
Yeah.
So now I've got one with Dad, got one with William. Got to get one with Mom to do He-Man. And then me and you got to do Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, we got to do some of the retro ones.
Yes.
Well, that's really cool. I'm looking forward to it. So I have just seen it the once. And now I want to ask you this question, and this is a question for the listeners as well. For folks who have, when you go to the movies, are you a sit-up front kind of person, or are you a sit-in-the-back kind of person? Because me, personally, if I'm not going to an IMAX theater, I'm under the belief of I can sit far back. I can see a small screen at home. And if I go to the movie, I want it to be so big and in my face. I'm sitting in the first or second row.
Really?
I'm sitting that close.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want it to be, and I want it to be loud. I want it to be in my face. And so we went to the movie, and now I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good.
It is one of those movies. There's so much going on, and it's very quickly paced that I feel like I need to go back and watch it at least a second time as well. But, Schubert, I am in there. I'm standing in line to watch this movie, and I send the wife and the kids into the theater, and I say, yeah, go find us some seats. I'll wait on, they were making more popcorn. I said, I'll wait on a bucket of popcorn. And so I come into the movie theater, and of course, it's pitch black in the theater. No lights are on now. The previews are already basically done. The movie is starting. And I come in, and I'm like, where are my people? Can't see anything. And I'm standing there right next to the back row, and I feel like a tug on my shirt, and it's them. And they had sat all the way to the back wall. And I'm like, so I sit down with them, and I'm like, I need binoculars to see.
You need those little, like, Victorian goggles things.
I was like, this is way far back. I am the type of person, like I said, if I'm gonna like manufacture IMAX if I can. I'm gonna sit up front. And it was hard. I found myself squinting throughout the movie. I don't know if that's a reflection on my eyesight or, the screen size over at the Oldham, which I've never had a problem with, but we were so far back. Man, I think I need to go get some glasses or something.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Katie says she did it to avoid a headache.
So Katie did it for the opposite reason of me, I guess.
I'm a middle guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a habit that I picked up from Dad. Dad was always,
right.
Do you ever watch, there was this scene in Big Bang Theory where he's that main character that's like, Bap Zangy. You know that thing he does?
No.
Okay.
No, I've never been a Big Bang Theory guy.
I hate it. And Rick likes it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
That seems like a Rick show.
But there's this one like very funny like known thing where he like goes and like checks the acoustics. That's basically my dad. Like he wants center screen in the middle, just far enough away,
right?
And he gets grumpy whenever someone else is there.
Well, that theory makes sense because if you consider, okay, you want to make sure that the people at the back are going to be able to hear and or see. You want to make sure that the people at the front are going to be able to hear and or see. And so, what are you going to do? You're gonna build it out for the people in the middle. So that all makes sense to me. I just like it being up close and personal. Now, well, that right there, what you're doing, it depends on how close is too close. Because there are some theaters where if I'm breaking my neck to see the whole screen, I don't necessarily want to do that. But I do want it as big as I can take in. In fact, I want it a little bit bigger than what I actually want it.
Where you gotta lean just a little bit.
Yeah, just like
sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want it to be immersive.
You want the king size screen.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. 100 inches for me isn't enough. I want bigger. I always want bigger. So it is a Mayhem Monday here on the show. When we come back in the next segment, there was a point in time. Now, if you tuned into the show on Thursday, which let me just ask a question. We've only got 3 people in the FMO Facebook feed right now. Now, I know that there are more than 3 people out there watching or listening to the show because today is the first full day of school. The kids are going back to school full time.
That's where everybody's at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are all scrambling. You're all late. I can tell. Because you haven't thrown the FMO Facebook feed on you. Normally by this time we're up to like 15, 20 people in there. So no, last Friday, Chewy, we went over to Rock Creek Elementary School. And when we were coming back from doing the show at Rock Creek, Chewy dropped an absolute bombshell on me. An absolute bombshell.
I did?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't remember because the bomb was more of a dud than it was an explosion. But there was a moment in time where I thought our entire lives were going to change. And when we come back in segment number 2, I will tell you what that was. This is the starting lineup. ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
The Tennessee Lifeline Peer Project connects individuals and families to addiction recovery resources right here in Franklin County and across our region, from treatment referrals and 12-step meetings to education and ongoing support. Because recovery happens when we're stronger together, and life truly is stronger without it. Learn more at fcpctn.org/TNLifeline or call 931-464-0725. Funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
This is Daryl from Columbus, previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show.
I check in scissor hands. I'm the wrong guy to ask, but what's the secret to a good haircut?
A good haircut makes you feel confident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when you get that haircut, you're going to walk out that barbershop, you're going to look in the mirror, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's it. And you're going to tip the barber.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC network.
Now, here's your ESPN Radio Winchester weather forecast. Brought to you by our official smile partner, Dr. Garrett Orr and Winchester Family Dentistry.
Got a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms headed your way all day long with some patchy fog in the early morning. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high of 88 degrees. Got some calm winds coming in from the southwest at around 5 miles per hour with new rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch possible, except higher in thunderstorms. Stay dry while you stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester.
At ESPN Radio Winchester, we're proud to welcome Winchester Family Dentistry and Dr. Garrett Orr as our official smile partner. From routine cleanings and family dental care to helping you feel confident about your smile, Winchester Family Dentistry is committed to caring for patients with comfort, professionalism, and a hometown touch. Whether you're due for a checkup or looking for a dental team you can trust, call Dr. Garrett Orr and Winchester Family Dentistry, proud smile partner of ESPN Radio Winchester.
I don't know what to tell you. I know it's not much, but this is the best they've got. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio, WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester. Okay. So a couple things. First off, why is the Franklin County election night coverage thing in the chat?
Oh, whoops.
Was that like an auto post?
Yeah, I didn't change that.
Delete that.
Yeah.
Get rid of that thing. Which, by the way, you can still see those up at if you wanted to know, 931go.com/results. Anyway, so Chewy's hair. If you're not watching the show this morning, you're missing out. Chewy just took off his beanie, and the locks are absolutely just I want to run my fingers through your hair.
Yeah, I thought we were getting the haircut today, so I'm like, I need to really,
right,
because I can't use my normal stuff.
Yeah.
So I used Tori's shampoo last night. She so graciously let me borrow it. She was like,
right,
you can't go up there with the way you normally look. And I was like, you're probably right. So last night I used it, and boy, oh boy, I feel like
it's just absolutely gorgeous.
I said I feel bonita, but I'm getting that volume. Katie knows. Like, Katie ran into me one time after I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but I like it. But
I like it.
It's a little too much.
I don't know about that, man. You look.
I feel like
you got it going on this morning.
I feel like I'm a 1970s CEO. You know?
Yeah, you look like you should be smoking in the production studio.
Yeah. Oh, we need to start doing that.
Just smoking around here?
Yeah.
Or just leaving lit cigarettes on the table for the scent.
That too.
It'll cover up the smell of death.
That dude. All right, I'm glad you brought that up because William noticed when we walked in. It's getting excessive.
I don't understand. I do understand. I know what's going on. Just don't understand why it won't go away.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Kyler Parker.
Hey.
Yeah, it's Kyler's birthday today.
Great.
All right. So hey, look, there's Plank in the background. All right. So listen, in the last segment, I teased this, and I'm not joking.
I want to know what this is.
So we're heading back to the station from Rock Creek Elementary. And there was a 15-minute period or so where we thought there was a possibility. We thought Chewy might be secretly rich.
Yeah.
Now, let me throw this out there for you and just paint the picture.
And tell them you're not joking. Like, there was a second there where we were like, uh-oh, you know?
I'm not joking. This was an actual real thing that happened. So there was a point in time, my brother texted me. Tommy actually texted me, and he said, dude, in I think it was 2017, 2018, somewhere, I don't know, a while back, 5-6 years ago, he put $1,000 in. He had $1,000 in Nvidia stock, which would today be worth over $60,000 or something like that. And I read that text message out loud to Chewy as we are driving back from Rock Creek Elementary. And he turns to me and says, yeah, that's interesting. A few years ago, I put a bunch of money with Edward Jones, and I know they put some of it into NVIDIA. I wonder what that's worth now. And I turned to him, and I'm like, you what? He's like, yeah. You know that place over by, the Tim's 4, the golf place? I'm like, yeah, I know what Edward Jones is. He says, yeah, I put some money in there. So there's a lot of things going through my head. A, Chewy had money to put in Edward Jones? I'm thinking in my head he took like his box of knickknacks. There was like a wooden nickel in there, some buttons, old chewed up bubble gum, and he took it over to Edward Jones and was like, can you invest this for me? No, he took actual cold hard cash.
It was $2,000. It was whatever those checks are where you get one when they're like a baby and then when they're 20 they go and cash them.
I don't know. I don't have money. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, my grandparents left me and my brother both of those same checks one year.
Like cashier's checks or
like
some sort of I don't know.
Mine was from 1996, his was from 2002. And Dad was like, you're not spending this.
Yeah.
He was like, actually, here's what we're going to do. You're going to go put this in, and they're going to like let these brokers in. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So we both put it in. When I brought it up to William, he goes, oh yeah, we did do that. So neither of us even remembered that we had put money there.
So William also might be rich.
Yes.
I mean, these two savants over here. Goodness
That's a real
gracious.
polite way to say it.
Yeah. So immediately I'm thinking Mr. Deeds. Like that was it. That was right where my mind went to. And I, for a moment, contemplated what it would be like if the roles were reversed. If we woke up tomorrow, or in this case, Friday, and realized that Chewy was worth like, I don't know, $1 million. I would just turn around. I asked him, I said, do you want to buy the radio station? If you're worth a lot of money, do you want to buy the radio station? I'll come work for you. He said, the first thing I'll do is make sure you get paid. Good looking out. Turns out Chewy's not rich.
Hey, doubled my money, though.
He did double his money. We did, though. I was so interested. I was so invested in this that we had to. I'm like, am I sitting next to the next like Warren Buffett or maybe like Clancy Buffett? I don't know. Does Warren have like a not rich, as rich younger brother or something? I am like, this guy could be the richest guy in Franklin County. Who knows? So like I said, turns out he's not. We literally made a side trip, went over to Edward Jones, pulled in. This is on the way back from the remote. Walked in the front door, and Chewy goes, yeah, I think I have some money here.
I didn't even remember what email I used.
I think I might have some money with you guys or something. He didn't even know how to ask about it.
Yeah.
He's like, can I, like, how much I got?
Yeah, I'm like, is there like a receipt? Is that free?
Yeah.
Like, can I look at that?
Yeah. Can you print something off? And she's like, yeah, we can like print out your like balance of your statement or whatever. And I'm standing there the whole time just dying. I'm making jokes about him. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, Mr. Deeds over here. He didn't know if he might be rich or might not. I was hoping that he was secretly because he's told me if he's got money stashed away or he wins the lottery, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna let you handle it, which is a bad idea for him, but don't tell him. So Chewy doesn't have $20 million. He doesn't have $1 million. Chewy's got a few grand.
Yeah.
Over at Edward Jones, which is more than I do.
So
it's good for him.
When I originally put in, it was $2,000. So it turns out they put like $100 to $120 in NVIDIA a couple years ago, and that's where a lot of that actually came.
They diversified you.
Yeah, they did, and I put in $2,000. I've got 4 now.
Yeah.
So
well, that's because out of the $2,000 that you put in, like, I don't know, 1,900 of it probably lost money, and then the NVIDIA stock is just like to the moon.
But I'll be honest with you, Joe Abraham, I forgot about the fact that we did that until you just brought it up. So
because it was so disappointing. The question I have is, like, what would Chewy have done if he had found out, if he had discovered he had like $20 million? What would the first things, would he come in the next day and be like, hey, yeah, I went over and I saw Doug Garrett at Russell Barnett Chevrolet. Oh, did you get a new Chevy? Did you get like a Corvette or something? What'd you get? No, I bought a tank. Like, that's, yeah, Doug helped me track down a tank.
Yeah.
Like an actual tank.
Yeah. Dude, I would drive that all day.
He like comes flying in on a helicopter. You ride over from North High Street on your helicopter. Kobe, too soon, probably. Anyway,
speaking of Doug Garrett, he says, singing "Back to School" in my best Adam Sandler voice, to the dismay of my kids. Good morning.
Yes, we were singing that on Friday. Back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
You're not bad at that. That's pretty
Got
decent.
My backpack on, my shoes tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Go get it. Get some school. Get some learning.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I hope everyone has a decent day at school. Hey, shout out to all the teachers and school staff. Think about how many. There's like don't they employ like the most people in the county or something?
It's got
like
the school district has the biggest budget in the county, and yeah, they got a lot of folks.
So all of those people just like back to the grind. Hey, shout out to them for doing it. I know it's a tough thing.
And when that headache kicks in here in a couple of hours because you haven't been able to hit the vape or whatever the case is, because the new tobacco and vaping policy, I am sorry for you, my friend. Tough it out. You'll be better off for it. Anyway. So that's why Chewy's still at work, because he's not a millionaire. He doesn't own the radio station. He didn't fly in on a helicopter. In fact, I'm pretty sure his truck is broke down at this point in time.
Oh, yeah, dude. The back window, I came out and it was like just open and it'd been raining. And so now there's like a garbage bag over it. The air conditioner's out. Pretty sure my brakes are failing.
Oh.
So I drove in today. I just stole Mom and Dad's car.
Oh, man.
I don't even know if I'm on the insurance of that.
That's brutal.
It's got air conditioning, though.
Yeah. I'm sorry that your car is on the fritz.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
That's tough.
I'm thinking about just getting an e-bike.
Yeah. You need to get a scooter. You got $4,000. You can buy a scooter now.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just take half of it out.
Dude.
I think scooters, you'll probably get the 2 of them from Ricky for $4,000. So you only need one. So you just need $2,000.
Okay. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh, man, I'm going to have a moped now. I'll be like Hagrid. You know, remember when he was flying around on that like moped motorcycle thing?
Yeah.
That's what I'll feel like.
Yeah.
Somebody from Cleveland, Ohio really wants to talk to us, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out who this is.
I know who that is. That's probably AC. It's probably AC. Let AC get in here. AC, what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm calling the show.
How's your weekend, my friend?
Good. How you guys been? Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, we've been okay. We were just talking about the fact that Chewy, the other day, we thought Chewy, he put some money with Edward Jones a few years back, and we thought he might be, we thought he might be secretly rich, but it turns out he's not. So, you got any investing tips for me? If I want to get secretly rich, what do I got to invest in? Maybe I got to place a bet on the Cleveland Browns to win the Super Bowl this year or something. I don't know.
Forget it. Forget the Browns. towns, forget it. They're cancer. That's like those southern rednecks out there. They're cancer. Here's the thing. I don't do it. I don't do secret. It has to be realistic. But, I got to answer the question. So if you guys have the money, go ahead and invest on some land. I'm dead serious. Go invest on land. Farming, that's great. That's good business. Buy some stocks, let it grow. And if you have extra money left, start a new business, a new radio station. Get out of Southern Redneck, please. You guys could do way better. These callers and listeners, they're going to bring nothing to your show. They're the reason where you guys are. And you're not even on TV, man. You're not even on YouTube because of them. So I would use that money. It was a great profit. That's how it's going to work. People hate me because I have a good mind. I know how to think. They don't think at all. They're brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? So, Brother Chewy, if I were you, I'll keep on chewing. But instead of thinking, if, secret, let's make it realistic. That's the way how I feel. What do you think, Brother Chewy?
Sure, yeah.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know where to start with that.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. So I feel like investing in land, like farming, that should be your number one priority. Number two, like I said, buy stock. Matter of fact, just wipe out those lapdogs out there and take their money as well. I mean, come on. In America, you guys know a thing or two how to rob a country, right? Holla, baby.
All right, AC, I got a question for you. As far as college football goes, we got a lot of Tennessee fans hoping that Tennessee, this is their year, that maybe they can, make it back to the playoffs, something like that. Or SEC fans hoping that, an SEC team can return back to the top. My question for you is the SEC going to return to glory this year, or you think we're still on the outside looking in? Is he gone? Did he hang up? Oh,
yeah, he's gone.
He just dropped.
All right.
All right. He finished on Chewy and just cut it off.
All right. Doug Garrett did say, happy birthday to my daughter, Ansley, 22 years old.
Good job by AC just getting in, ripping on Chewy, telling him to buy some land.
Oh, ripping on all the viewers, too. What was that? That was unnecessary.
Southern rednecks, he called us.
Oh, okay.
Ansley?
22 years old today.
Happy birthday to Ansley. That's sweet, Doug. All right. I don't even know. AC coming in, blowing things up as he always does.
Is he really from Ohio?
I don't know. Nobody knows where AC is from. Here's the funny thing about AC. You know that you've hit the big time when AC starts calling your show. Because AC, I don't know if AC has an actual job. Oh. I think that AC goes around and he calls every good show worth calling in. He calls Paul Feinbaum. He calls the Tom Abraham show. Okay, maybe he doesn't call good shows. He calls shows. He calls shows. He'll call guys all across the state of Alabama. Nobody knows where he's from. Nobody knows what his deal is. And he just likes to troll people and rip on people. But he brings energy, which I appreciate.
Okay.
All right. So speaking of people that I appreciate everybody jumping into the chat this morning, getting to becoming a part of the show.
And again, they can be part of the show too, jumping in on the FMO Facebook stream, or like people can do, they can jump in on the phone lines and that kind of thing.
Chewy's not rich. I do have something else though that I want to throw out there before we hit the break, and start making some phone calls as well. The Fantasy Football League, the Starting Lineup Fantasy Football League. If you want to get in on that, message me. Like Alice Powers Davis. Alice, if you want to get in on the Fantasy Football League, let me know. If you're a listener, we've got 5 spots left. We've filled them up with a lot of our show regulars. The Humpback Swamp Donkey's in there. Chewy's in there. I'm in there. We got a lot of regulars on the show that are in there. And if you want to compete against us, we've got about 5 spots left for some of our listeners to get into the show. It's going to be a good time. All right, we're going to break in here. When we come back, we got to start making some phone calls. We got trivia coming up at 7:40 this morning, all the things. It is ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
The starting lineup with Joe and Chewy is presented by Loco in Winchester. Right here in Winchester, Loco is doing things their own way. From locally roasted Loco coffee to a one-of-a-kind shop experience. It's a place that's built for the Franklin County community. So if you haven't stopped by yet, now's the time. Support local. Drink Loco coffee, fueling Franklin County mornings. Roasted right here in Franklin County. And don't forget to tune into the starting lineup, weekdays from 7 to 9.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to refresh your home with hot deals from Furniture Merchandise Outlet in Tullahoma. Whether you're upgrading your living room, bedroom, dining room, or finding the perfect mattress, FMO has stylish furniture at prices your wallet will love. Visit Furniture Merchandise Outlet today at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, or shop anytime at FMOTN.com. Make your house feel like summer all year long with FMO.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday school at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
With Tennessee's August elections now complete, attention is turning toward the November 3rd general election. Voters who still need to register have until Monday, October 5th, with registration available online through GoVoteTN or at the Franklin County Election Commission. Early voting will run October 14th through October 29th. Several state and federal races will appear on the November ballot, including a race for Tennessee governor, along with contests for the 4th Congressional District and Tennessee's 47th House District. Election officials encourage residents to make sure their voter registration information is current well before voting begins. North Middle School started the new school year on a winning note Thursday night, as the Gators football team picked up a home victory over Liberty School. That excitement carried right into Friday morning as students across Franklin County returned to the classroom for the start of the 2026-2027 school year. ESPN Radio Winchester's The Starting Lineup joined the first day celebration with a live broadcast from Rock Creek Elementary, where Dr. Barbara King and her staff welcomed students alongside special guests, including Director of Schools Dr. Roger Alsop and Franklin County Mayor Chris Guest. With students back in the halls, another school year is officially underway across Franklin County. And 16-year-old Franklin County musician Jeremiah Rice continues to make a name for himself on the local music scene. Rice has become a familiar face around Winchester, performing on the downtown square in front of Rare Records and at venues throughout the area. Now, the young singer-songwriter is preparing to release his newest single, Goofy Smelling Cigarettes, across major music platforms on September 4th. Rice continues to pursue his passion for music while building a following right here at home, giving Franklin County another young local artist to watch and support. For details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
The opinions of the hosts are their own, and they do not represent the opinions of, well, really anybody else. You're listening to The Starting Lineup. Now back to Joe and Chewy.
All right, back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT, Winchester, Joe Abraham, and Chewy. Alice said that she was in her family league last year, came in last place. Alice, that's okay. Chewy's in this league, so you're almost guaranteed to not come in last. We might need to see if AC wants to join the league. I don't know if he will. AC... He texts me. He texts me after the thing. I'm pretty sure AC is the only one that actually knows the phone number, though. 931-967-3500, because he's the only one that ever uses it. He said the SEC won't have any glory other than to cry and complain this season. Tennessee and Alabama fans would do 99% of the crying. This is what they always do. The Big Ten about to win four-peat, SEC about to win Pancake Bowl with soft tissues to wipe away their tears. I know almost nothing about AC, which scares me because he does have my personal cell phone.
Oh.
But
Alice just said after you told her that, she was, "Oh, okay, sign me up."
But AC is he's more of a Big Ten guy, which I saw a thing the other day that you can buy tickets to Indiana, like season tickets to Indiana's home games, Chewy, for the same price as what it costs to buy a ticket. Actually, for less than what it costs to buy one ticket to Ole Miss LSU this year.
Wow.
The Lane Kiffin game, which tells me that the Big Ten can talk all they want about this, that, and the other thing, whatever they want. But it's different down here.
Absolutely,
I'm
Joe
just
Abraham.
So anyway, we avoided the Chewy buying the station the other day. Thankfully, that could have been really bad.
That would have been a lot of fun.
For you, I'd have come in and Chewy would have been like, all right, he just automatically you turn into the ultimate jerk boss. You just go from lovable Chewy to like you walk in with a whip and you're like, get to work. You're like a
Russian all of a sudden.
Yeah, you get Russian all of a sudden and you start like the starting lineup was now 6 hours long and you have to do the show and run it all yourself and you're just like cracking the whip over me the whole time. Payback for all the things that I've done to you.
Dude, if I get a little bit of money, people are going to know because I'm going to get some big, fat, fake teeth. Okay?
Big teeth. He'll drive around in a monster truck.
Well, it's a moped, but it's like it's a diesel. It's a custom job.
Oh man,
I'd have like a grill, and like that kind of thing.
He takes a trip. So most of us, we would go to like the French Riviera or the Maldives. Chewy's like, yeah, I'm going to CERN.
Yeah, boy.
Stop. I'm gonna stop off at Pigeon Forge. No, I'm gonna stop off at Buc-ee's on my way because I want to get some of those beaver nuggets or whatever they're called.
Cinnamon sugar to be exact.
Yeah.
While I go and toward JPL,
he like buys a Buc-ee's.
That actually is sort of genius because then I could live in the Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Then I don't ever have to wash my own bathroom ever again.
Golly.
Wouldn't that be nice?
What would your rich guy hobby be?
Ooh, I would pick something really pretentious.
Yeah.
Flying. I'd be like, there's nothing like it. I would immediately assume
I thought you were
going to
be like
personality
art.
traits. No.
Or wine.
Yeah.
You'd be one of those guys who just like gets a bottle of wine, they uncork it. But here's the thing. Chewy doesn't like wine. So every time they uncork it and start pouring him a little bit, you'd swish it around, take a sip, spit it out, and like some sort of French accent, talking about how awful it is, and you just never find a bottle of wine that you like.
That is that's a good question for people in the chat as well. Doug, by the way, jumps in. I feel like I want to fight AC now. Yeah, I feel like it's not the only one in the chat who's feeling it. What do you expect?
AC is a jerk, dude. I'm telling you.
You run his mouth about the viewers, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
But here's like, I don't know, rich guy hobby. I don't know. I've never thought about it. I may be a really boring rich guy because I can't stand golf. I can't do that.
I could see you doing something like specific to okay, so you know how little kids, they play on a playground, and at the playground they have these like little machines that you can use and you can dig with. I could see you buying up a tract of land, putting a bunch of heavy machinery on the land, and just playing with the heavy machinery because you're like a little kid.
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Just like buying a compound and doing whatever you want out there.
Or something like that with Legos. You just buy all the Legos, and that's all you do.
The second floor is just a Lego showroom.
Yeah. Build our new studio out of only Legos.
That would be kind of sick. I need to get into investing. I guess at a certain point, though, Lego has kind of become a rich guy kind of hobby.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
I told you about that one I bought the other day from the clearance section. It was like $70 full price. I got it real cheap because it had like a ding in the box.
Oh.
But $70 for one Lego set. Like, I'm getting to the point now where I'm just like, I need a ration. You know?
Chewy would go around buying like exotic animals like buffaloes and
then eating them. You know?
Giraffes and stuff like that. He
You
just had
ever
to
had
start his own
giraffe gizzard?
All right, let's go out to drafts and watercrafts. We've been kind of messing around. I can't believe 40 minutes of the show are already gone. I do actually have stuff I want to talk about this morning, other than the fact that we thought Chewy might be rich on Friday for all of 10 minutes. It is funny to talk about, but there is some things that I actually want to get into this morning. We'll go out to drafts and watercrafts and see what Scotty is up to. The season is almost coming to an end. I say that. We got till October. But
Drafts, watercrafts.
Good morning, Scotty. How are you today?
Good morning.
I was just talking about how if folks have not gotten a chance to go out there for Lake Idle, the Lake Idle season is almost coming to an end. You only got a few weeks left.
Yeah. We got this week and one more week and then the finale.
Wow.
So.
How many singers are you guys going to have in the finale?
We're going to have 14.
Wow, that's a good number. And there, just so everybody knows, there's basically going to be no room at the finale. It's like going to be standing room only. Are you taking reservations on the finale night?
We are not. Sometimes we do, for singers, the finalists sometimes, if they're coming a long ways or something. But we're always first come, first serve.
Right.
We don't do reservations. So, get there early, get you a good table, get you a seat.
Yeah.
And it's that way almost every idol, not just the finale. We're full. So people come out, really enjoy the idol. If you're not singing, a lot of people come out and listen because it's just unbelievable the amount of talent that we have it show up for Lake Idol.
Yeah, it's really become a special thing. I gotta say, you guys have built up just a tremendous following over there for it. And on those nights, that's the only time that the restaurant needs to. It's like, hey, we need a bigger floating restaurant here. This is the only time that I'm like, we need more room. We're gonna have to take this thing to a stadium or something like that for the finale or something. I don't know. But no, you guys, I mean, props to you guys. You guys have really done a great job with it.
Well, if you've never been to the finale, it's pretty amazing. People bring signs and cheering squads and all types of stuff and hold them up for their favorite singer. So it's really, and the gentleman that won it last year was Dylan Sweeten, and he said that he goes to all types of places and people like, oh, you're the guy that won Lake Idle. So he said, I almost feel kind of like I'm famous. He said, because I have people ask me about it all the time. So
right.
It's pretty unique,
Yeah. I'm trying to get Chewy to go compete. He's trying to get rich. And so we're throwing out different ideas, things that he can do. But, I don't know if he would be able to win based on his voice. But he might be able to win based on the following that he's got. He's got a pretty big following. He's pretty famous already. So
I kill at rap.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
He's a rapper. He says. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, brother. So tonight is trivia night. But what do you guys got going on over there at Drafts and Watercrafts this week?
Well, we've got every full week going on. Today is. Trivia starts at 6:30, so get there early, get you a table. We do reservations tonight. If you want to call in by 2 o'clock, you can reserve yourself a table for trivia. Tomorrow night we got Levi Ogle from 5 to 8. Also, we're doing our Tuesday special starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be doing our $10 quesadillas from 11 till 8, except for the shrimp. We'll be doing our $10 loaded pork nachos. And we're also doing our $6 margaritas. That's frozen and on the rocks margaritas for $6. And that's on Tuesdays from 11 p.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday night, we got Singo. We've got Lake Idle this Thursday night. Friday night, we've got a band called Tequila Falls. They're going to be playing from 7 to 10:30. We've got Sticky Kim, which will be playing Saturday night from 7 to 10:30. And then we have live music on Sundays from 12 to 3. So we've got something going on every day this week.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty busy week over there at Drafts and Watercrafts over there on the water. And I tell you what, just because oh, you all right? just because the the summer might be coming to an end and the kids are going back to school, things aren't slowing down over there yet.
That's right.
All right, so trivia tonight, and for folks who were to call in and get the trivia question right, what will they win today?
We're going to give away today let's do a barbecue pizza.
All right.
So this is a barbecue-based pizza with pulled pork on it, jalapenos, grilled jalapenos, and cheese. So you get to redeem it either today or tomorrow. If you haven't won the past 30 days, you can call in and win yourself a barbecue pizza. You have to redeem it today only, today for lunch or tonight.
This is my second favorite pizza that excuse me, that you guys do over there after the pickle bacon pizza. This one's my second favorite. All right.
Yeah.
So load this number into your phone so that you can call in 931-967-3500 to call in and win the trivia question. And it's 931-967-3500. Scotty, what is our trivia question?
Well, we're going to do one on one of my favorite movies. And so Back to the Future.
Oh, we're all over this one. Oh, by the way, can't have one in the last 30 days.
That's right.
All right.
Ready?
Go for it.
What brand of dog food did Doc feed his dog Einstein? You know, at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
What brand of dog food did he feed Einstein?
Oh, my gosh. That's such a good question.
That's a deep cut. Good one.
That is. Oh, man. I can see the can. What?
Did you remember he had that automatic feeder he built?
Yeah, and it was
for his dog.
That scene is so gross where it's just like piling up all over the floor and it's all nasty and oh man, what brand of dog food was Doc Brown feeding his dog in Back to the Future? The number is 931-967-3500. If you get this one, you win a barbecue pizza over there at Drafts and Watercrafts, redeemable today. Oh, man. Again, 931-967-3500. I don't know, which is shocking because as soon as you said Back to the Future, I was like, I love that movie. I've watched it over and over and over again. It's probably one of my top 3 movies of all time.
Call in 931-967-3500. Alice says she does know, but she isn't eligible.
Yeah, Alice won too recently.
Yeah.
931-967-3500.
You stumped him today. This is a deep cut.
Stumped me.
Yeah.
And again, Chewy and I know this movie. So this is one that they definitely got to Google.
There might be people might be having to go and look up footage for this one.
Yeah. Which one out of the 3 movies is your favorite movie, Scotty?
The first one.
Yeah. I love them all. They
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, to me, you can't watch one without watching all 3 of them. There have been so many Saturdays where I've just lost the entire day. 931-967-3500. What dog food is...
Oh, we got one.
Here we go.
All right, caller, go ahead.
I'm going to guess Alpo.
No, that's not it.
Dang.
Not Alpo.
Dang.
Good try.
Okay, thanks.
I think that was John Korak, by the way.
Yeah, can't win if you don't try, right?
All right, caller, go ahead.
Okay, I Googled it. It's Calcan, Kalkan.
It's Calcon.
Calcon.
That's it. Congratulations.
Yep, she got it. Congratulations. All right, winner. What is your name?
It's Kenna Duncan.
Kenna Duncan. Good job by you. If you don't know, Just go ahead and Google. There's no that's the thing on the call-in. You can Google. But here's the thing too. You did a good job because what you did is you told everybody what the answer is tonight. Everybody is going to get that answer basically free, but they've got to have been listening to the show this morning. And that's one where a lot of people are going to miss it because they're going to throw out some, well-known brand, but it is kind of an obscure.
Yeah.
It's
a good job.
Good job by you.
I was like her. I announced it. Calcan too. I always try to answer the question before I look the answer up, and then I had to get pronunciation from Google. It's Calcon.
Calcon
is what it's called. Yeah. So
I learned something new. I learned something new about Back to the Future today, thanks to you,
That's right.
Scotty, and the trivia over there at Drafts and Watercrafts.
All right, guys. Well, thank y'all, and we'll be talking to y'all next week.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Y'all too. See ya.
That was the sound of my head exploding.
Didn't think you had it in you, did you?
I didn't think I didn't have it in me. I thought I knew I thought I knew everything there was to know about those movies, right?
Yeah.
I know you thought so.
I did too. Yeah.
I know you're questioning all the things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! All right, let's take a break and reset. And the top of the hour is almost here anyway. We've got. I think I just saw Eric and Felicia come in.
No, it's Robbie's here.
Robbie's here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I saw. Is it only Robbie?
No, it's
Eric is here.
Yeah, Eric.
Okay. I saw Eric walk by the door. I just assumed Miss Felicia was with him. But okay, so Robbie and Eric are in as well from the Franklin County Prevention Coalition. We'll talk to them coming up here shortly as well. It is the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Abraham, curator of Abraham Art Gallery right on the square in downtown Winchester. Looking for something unique? Every month brings a new featured artist, original art to inspire and share with the community. Come in, explore, and discover art that's ready to go home with you today. Whether you're redecorating, collecting, or just need something that sparks joy, this is your place. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit abrahamgallery.com or stop by at 106 North High Street. You never know what you'll fall in love with.
For over 75 years, one thing has never changed in Winchester, Tennessee. Hall Furniture has been there through it all. 3 generations, decades of trust, and the commitment to quality, value, and service that still comes first today. As we celebrate over 75 years in business, we want to say thank you to our loyal customers, our community, and to everyone who has made Hall Furniture a Winchester tradition. Hall Furniture, here's to another 75 years of helping you make a house feel like home.
Why choose Moore Courtney Funeral Home? Well, they're a 5th-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. Moore Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. Moore Courtney Funeral Home.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
This is ESPN Radio Winchester, where Franklin County comes to life. From local news and athletics to everything in between, we're proud to bring you the stories that matter right here at home. And it's all made possible by local businesses connecting with real people in our community every single day. When you support them, you support our local coverage. Over 75 years of Franklin County heritage. Want your business to be a part of it? Contact WCDT today. ESPN Radio Winchester. Franklin County plays here.
Well, that was an interesting last segment. Let's try that again. Back to Joe Abraham and Chewy.
This is the starting lineup on ESPN Radio Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT, Winchester, Joe Abraham, and Chewy.
Alice Davis jumped in saying Cal Con was later rebranded as Pedigree.
Pedigree, okay.
It's very interesting.
That whole trivia question and all blew my mind.
It's giving you an existential crisis.
It did, because now I'm running the movies through my head, and those are some of my favorite movies of all time, and so I'm distracted by Back to the Future right now, and I'm disappointed in myself. Yeah, it's not often that I don't know everything about everything, Chewy. I mean, you know me. Why do you love to sit in here and listen to me talk every day for 2 hours? Because I'm just so wise and knowledgeable about all the things. Yeah, that's
a way to put
facetious.
it. Yeah.
All right, so in hour number 2, people who do know a lot about a lot of important things are going to be in studio with us, and we're going to ask them some pretty pertinent questions. Especially, you're going to want to hear this because the school year is getting underway today, and they're pretty tied into the school as well. That is the Franklin County Prevention Coalition, and so we will talk to them next. It is the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
Fresh baked treats deserve fresh local coffee. That's why M Sweets proudly serves Franklin County's own Loco Coffee. Whether you're stopping in for breakfast, an afternoon pick-me-up, or something sweet after dinner, make your visit even better with a delicious cup of locally roasted coffee. It's the perfect pairing of homemade goodness and hometown flavor. Stop by M Sweets today and enjoy a cup of Loco Coffee.
No two patients are alike. High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas delivers care centered around your health, your goals, your story, your recovery. From routine checkups to critical procedures, we use today's medical technology and advanced clinical practices to help you feel better, recover faster, and return home to the community you love. We don't just specialize in care, we specialize in you. Learn more at highpointhealthsystem.com. When you're looking for great food, cold drinks, and a fun place to catch the game, make it Jefferson's in Winchester. From wings and burgers to oysters, appetizers, and more. Jefferson's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, or just a night out with friends and family. This fall, Jefferson's is also proud to host the Franklin County Coaches Show with Johnny Hand all season long. Good food, local sports, and hometown pride. It's all happening at Jefferson's in Winchester.
At Citizens Community Bank, we're here to make your banking easy and convenient. Whether you're visiting us in person at our main location at 1418 Dinah Shore Boulevard in Winchester, or others in Deckard and Huntland, or managing your money on the go with our secure mobile app, we've got you covered. Call us today at 931-967-3342. That's Citizens Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender Member FDIC, your trusted partner in banking for over 30 years.
If your life depended on the mission succeeding, what would you care about? Would you care about the demographics of the crew? The moon does not care about your politics, doesn't care about your hashtags. It does not care about where you lie on social media arguments. It doesn't care whether you're male or female or black or white or rich or poor or conservative or liberal or religious or atheist or anything else, because reality does not negotiate. It just is. You can disagree with the facts, but they don't care about your feelings. It is a starting lineup. Thank you for tuning in. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
Since they opened their doors 6 years ago, Furniture Merchandise Outlet has been voted Tullahoma's finest furniture store each year. And for good reason. FMO offers unbeatable prices, guaranteed. FMO is sure to help you reimagine your home or office with a look that will have your guests asking, where did you get that? The answer is simple. FMO, 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Online at FMOTN.com.
Southern Middle Tennessee's sports leader, WCDT 1340 AM, W295 AV, 1069 FM.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN Radio Winchester studio, it's the starting lineup. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
Back here for hour number 2 on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069 WCDT Winchester. I am Joe Abraham along with Chewy, and we are joined in studio to start hour number 2 by Robbie Clark and Eric Smith from the Franklin County Prevention Coalition. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Doing good. How are you?
I am tremendous. I've even got this late summer glow. Chewy, I don't know if you know this, but I went over to the Swimplex yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, and enjoyed me some sun and some fun, which you guys partner with them quite a bit on some stuff. You go out there and interact with the kids and things like that. But we were talking in the break about some of the things that you guys have going on. School, going back to school basically today. I know the kids went for a few hours on Friday and stuff, but really today's the first full day back to school. And
wait, we've got the pledge.
Oh, do we? Are they calling in right now?
Yeah, they're calling in.
Oh, we got to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Hold on, gentlemen. Like I said, we're back to school this morning.
Good morning, Deckard.
Good morning. Long time no hear.
It's so nice to hear from you guys this morning. We missed you all summer. Are y'all ready for an awesome school year?
We are. We've got 5th grade up here ready for it to be the oldest and the leaders in the building. So they're super excited to kick off our very first pledge of the school year.
All right. Well, we are more than ready to hear from you guys this morning. Y'all take it away.
Good morning, Franklin County, and welcome back to another exciting school year. Please join Deckard Elementary as we
stand, salute, and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Absolutely. A beautiful pledge this morning.
5th graders showing us how it's done.
All right. And so instead of doing a joke of the day this year, we're going to do a fun fact of the day. We figured that you've heard all of our jokes that Google has to offer.
All right. Let's hear it.
My name is Alex, and I have the fun fact. A crocodile can't stick out its tongue.
Ah, interesting.
Did you know that?
I did not. That's really fascinating.
I didn't either.
Huh.
Very.
Well, thank you so much, Deckard. I hope y'all have an absolutely wonderful day, and good luck with your school year.
Thank you so much for having us this morning. We're looking forward to talking to you tomorrow.
All right. See you then.
See ya.
All right. So, gentlemen, I don't think that you could hear that because you don't have headphones on, but turns out that a crocodile lacks the ability to stick their tongue out.
Huh.
Yeah. So we learned something new there with the fun fact from, I think that was Alice, a 5th grader over there at Deckard Elementary. All right. So that's a good way to paint the picture. School's back.
Yeah.
That was our first pledge of the year. You guys, though, are going to be tied in more than ever with the school district this year. You've already worked with them on some things like the new tobacco and vaping policies, which I am very excited about. I think that that's tremendous. But tell us a little bit about some of the new things that you guys have going on with the school district this year.
Well, I think just building off the excitement of the school year starting, we have met with several principals, met with Dr. Alsop, and we have some programming to help with the youth to make healthy choices, which is ultimately the goal of the coalition. Healthy choices, whether it's substance or food or whatever that is, anti-bullying. But we currently have an MRT program that we typically use with the court, and sometimes the school teacher or administration will refer it, that we hold on Wednesday afternoons. We also have the in-depth class, which is going to be anti-sensation for tobacco and vaping, which is a big part of the new school policy with that. So that's going to tie in with that.
What is the MRT? Is moral recognition therapy?
Yes, that's it. Recognition. It's basically, again, to make positive choices, to make ownership for your mistakes, and it's got a lot to do with honesty and being honest. You know, well, I'm going to bring one up. We had graduated a couple weeks ago. They got caught in the bathroom last year using a vape, and it was everybody else's fault when she come in.
Right.
And then after she went through the classes, which is a 12 weeks, pretty intense classes, some of the most intense training that I've had to go through to be able to teach it. And when she left, she reckoned it was her decision that did it, not someone else's. That's basically what it is. Just taking ownership for the decisions you make and understanding that they have consequences.
I think that's one of the biggest challenges these days, especially when I, as a parent, see other parents, and you can't tell somebody else how to parent their kid or anything like that, but teaching your kid the importance of accountability and responsibility and those types of things. It does seem to be a challenge, not just in our community, but in a lot of communities these days. Well, it's the teachers. The teacher didn't like me, so I got this grade, or my friends got me in trouble, or this happened or that happened. And it's tough if the parents aren't also on board when it comes to this stuff.
It makes it very difficult if you don't have some of that open communication between, particularly with a teacher and the parent. If the parent and the teacher are arguing, then it just gives the child power, and they never really take responsibility for whatever they've been doing.
Right. Well, and that turns into, adulthood, the things that we do now. That's really where the Prevention Coalition comes in now, is that the earlier you guys can get in front of some of these young people and talk to them about good habits and healthy choices and all of these things, that sets them up for success as adults. And it's something that's not just specifically for troubled youth. It's something that any youth should be exposed to.
Robbie had said something to me last week about how advertisers like to get their hooks in the younger children, and we want to be able to get prevention in younger children. So it sticks as they go older.
That's a
really
great
drive
point.
it in. You know what I mean? I've talked about All Stars a few times here, and I'll be starting that multiple locations throughout the school year. They're still working on my schedule and stuff. I'm going to be a busy man. But we're doing, I know I'm starting All Stars again at Alternative School. And then I believe, is it Cowan Elementary or Rock Creek? I have the, and North. Yeah. I have the younger version of All Stars too, which is cool. But like we were talking about, some of the All Stars lessons have homework where a lot of it is they pick the choices they want in life, and then they have to take that home and talk to their parent and see if their parent agrees with those choices. And it's just that way to have that conversation with your kid and, have a little accountability and things like that, make those good choices. But I'm super excited. Me and Dustin just did the community one-day event where we were giving out resources, and I had lock boxes I was giving away, and Dustin was distributing Narcan, and that went really, really well. So that was a good thing to do right before the school year. And then I know we've had some in-service stuff where Mr. Eric and Felicia spoke to the teachers, and that was pretty cool too.
I think we've got to speak to just about every staff member from the Franklin County School Board.
Wow.
At some point.
That's awesome.
From Wednesday and on Friday we went to Huntland. And of course Rock Creek
So-
open house invited us. That was great.
I think some of the most important information that I've learned through dealing with the Prevention Coalition is, and you guys touched on it just a moment ago, is how these companies are marketing to the youth. And if you don't realize what's going on, I mean, you look at the vapes and the designs of the vapes. They look like, some of them look like they've got these digital things on the front. They almost look like a video game or something like that. They're different colors. They're bright. They're all these things. And we're not just talking about the ability to get these things and smoke these vapes and things like that. We're also talking about the ability to hide them from parents.
Yes.
There are backpacks purposefully and specifically made with secret pockets and other things like that to hide things from adults. And that was the thing to me that was shocking, is that they don't necessarily hide it either. When they're marketing them, they're like, hey, there's these secret pockets in them. and the kids will start talking. And if you get some that have bad influence, they start telling, oh, you got to get one of these backpacks because it'll hide this, that, and the other thing. And that's the type of information that we're talking about. Is
exactly.
I had no clue until I saw that presentation. And I don't think a lot of adults realize that that stuff is going on.
And you know, the manufacturers that are doing it, they know it's wrong, or they wouldn't be promoting it that way. So but you know, we learn as much from the kids we interact with about how these things are happening as they hopefully learn from us about making positive choices. But it's a constant battle, and parents have a difficult time, to be honest with you, just keeping up with it.
Right. We talked about the definition of a drug-endangered child is really any child at this point in the community, because if you've got prescription drugs or whatever the case is, in your home, they're technically a drug-endangered children. Or if they go over to a friend's house or whatever the case is, heck, I know as a youth, when I think of it from that perspective, I was exposed to it here, there, and everywhere at different times. Was I drug endangered in my own home with my own parents? Not necessarily.
Right.
But as soon as I left that home, those things pop up. And that's part of it as well, is teaching those kids before they're put in those situations, kind of how to avoid bad decisions and other things like that, and maybe look out for opportunities to turn and walk away, and make better decisions.
And well, a lot of it too is just avoiding setting yourself up for a lifelong problem too. You know, we've talked about this a lot, but 9 out of 10 drug addicts started when they were in their middle school age.
Wow.
And it's 9 out of 10, admit that they were using substances of some sort. And we've talked about that before. No one starts with meth, right? They start with vape. And again, to be honest, I've got friends and associates and people I've known that have been able to kick heroin that can't kick nicotine.
Wow.
And we talk about that a lot in the classes I teach too, is the amount of nicotine that's being delivered through the vape device. You go outside and you smoke a cigarette, that's one cigarette at one time. You hit that vape constantly all day. You're putting so much nicotine into your body without fully being aware of that.
That's another thing that learning that through you guys, because they as well, the way that they smell and the way that people can hide them and stuff like that, they don't have to take a smoke break per se anymore. They can smoke more than they ever did before. And then too, you've got these devices where that's how they're marketed is, well, it went from 10,000 puffs to 20,000, and now they're 50,000 or 100,000 or whatever they are. It's ridiculous. And people don't realize how many times they're hitting it throughout the course of the day. But in talking about some of those things and the prevention, that's where the Youth Coalition comes in as well. And when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the Youth Coalition, as well as some of the other programs that, Robbie, you've got going on within the school district through the Prevention Coalition. And we'll do that next. It is the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
Stay connected to Franklin County wherever you go with the WCDT Radio smartphone app. Presented by High Point Health System with Ascension St. Thomas. With just a tap, you can listen live to ESPN Radio or the all-new Tim's Ford Country. Streaming your favorite sports and outlaw country hits right to your phone. And it's CarPlay enabled, so you can take us on the road wherever you go. Download it today in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Just search WCDT Radio or visit WCDTRadio.com.
Shelby, previously on the Paul Feinbaum Show.
You know what, Chris? Let me tell you something. Why don't you go catch your breath before commenting on somebody else's? And Paxaw Tuscaloosa Jim Duggan. You shut up, because I could strike you out blindfolded, pitching underhand with both arms tied behind my back.
Okay, why don't we take a break? I'm pretty exhausted.
The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC Network. From the 931 Go Weather Center, it's time for an ESPN Radio Winchester weather update, presented by Bennett's Pharmacy.
Got a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms headed your way all day long with some patchy fog in the early morning. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high of 88 degrees. Got some calm winds coming in from the southwest at around 5 miles per hour with new rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch possible, except higher in thunderstorms. Stay dry while you stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester.
At Bennett's Pharmacy in Winchester, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your partner in health.
conveniently located at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard. We're here to serve you with fast, friendly, and personalized service. Need prescriptions filled? Looking for over-the-counter products? We've got you covered. Plus, enjoy local delivery and expert advice from our caring team. Call us today at 931-967-2777 or stop by Bennett's Pharmacy at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard today.
The opinions of the hosts are their own, and they do not represent the opinions of, well, really anybody else. You're listening to The Starting Lineup. Now back to Joe and Chewy.
Back here on The Starting Lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. So, Chewy, we don't have to feel bad. We're not the only ones this morning that woke up with a case of the Mondays. You know, you thought that you were getting your hair cut this morning. Dr. Brad thought he was going to be at a conference this Friday. Turns out it's next Friday.
Oh, okay.
So, just to give folks a heads up, they're not going to be closed this Friday. They're going to be closed next Friday.
All right.
Over there at Ultimate Health. Or at least not closed, but he will be in on Friday. All right, we're joined by the Franklin County Prevention Coalition, and we were talking a little bit about the Youth Coalition there before the break and how important that is within the school district and, you know, kind of the teens getting involved and helping with the process and helping with their peers and things like that. But you guys have more programming than that. And in fact, you have a new after-school program that you're working on starting up here in the next few weeks as well to coincide with the new school year and such. But talk a little bit about the Youth Coalition and y'all's work with them.
Yeah, so basically it's a collective of students that all believe in a cause, which is not using substances, and they try to offer peer support. You know, we kind of direct them on community change that they want to see, you know, and we kind of drive home the thing of like, you live here, it's your responsibility to kind of shepherd the environment you grew up in. So take action, you know, and change things that you have a problem with or try to. And so we're getting into, last year I worked on skills with them last school year.
Right.
We focused on public speaking, you know, what good activism looks like, you know, how to make a change, who to talk to, those kind of things. But we're working more on community events and getting them more involved. And then what I want to see ultimately is us hosting these events where everybody's welcome. You know, I kind of look at like what other youth coalitions are doing around the country, and they inspire me sometimes about, you know, what I could do and lead them in the direction I want to take them. But I think the goal is, you know, a lot of my middle schoolers just became high schoolers, and I have the thought that the high schoolers don't need as much hand holding. I can just say, hey, you know, let's work on this month and let's try to get this done. Whereas like the middle school, I kind of have to do heavy recruiting and lead them more into giving them skills that will help them, you know, again, with like public speaking, not being afraid to talk to politicians, adults, you know, law enforcement, and, you know, people they meet in the community, but also just giving them the skills that'll help them in their future.
Right.
Leadership, those kind of things, being a peer support for somebody going through something.
Yeah.
You know, students are more likely to tell their friend what's going on than they are an adult, even a trusted adult.
Well, and you've talked about that as well. I think it was Eric that mentioned how important the youth are as a resource to learn about some of the things that are going on. So if you're able to teach them the skills on and the ability to communicate those things to the adults, then again, it helps us to better help them and to better guide them. And so I think that is extremely important. And then from a leadership standpoint, you know, developing young leaders, it can be done through athletics. It can be done in band. It can be done through the Youth Coalition in a lot of different ways. So it is a great program. And then you guys, as far as the after school program as well that you're building, you know, there used to be a program called The Bridge over there. Is that what's coming back, or what is the new after-school program going to look like?
It is similar to that. It's based off of Bridge to Success, and it's a two-part thing. We're going to go into the schools from like 7:15 to 7:45 do positive messaging, confidence building, and then we're going to have an afternoon bridge club, kind of like the bridge that was there before. We're going to focus on the tech because Robbie had a lot of success with his tech camp. We're going to focus on like anti-bullying. How can you make your school and your community better?
Right.
So we're trying to tag and put together all the benefits that we have through the Youth Coalition, the Bridge program, and also to inspire and support the families in Franklin County that need it.
Yeah, certainly. Well, there are a lot of families who do need after-school support in that way, and when you look at what your kids could be doing, again, I think about it, if my kids aren't with a sports team or something like that, and I don't know what they're doing after school, and I'm not there that would be something that I'd want to get my kids involved in, certainly. But what I think is really cool about it is you guys have taken it so far beyond, we talk about the Prevention Coalition. I think people now have this belief that it's just about substance use prevention type of things, or whatever the case is when it comes to drugs or alcohol abuse or other things like that. But it's not. You mentioned the technology, and you just had a tech camp, Robbie, for the kids. In fact, Crosby attended it and had a really, really good time, enjoyed it thoroughly. But how does that play into the prevention messaging?
Yeah, well, correct. And I loved having Crosby. He was so fun to hang out with. He's my little buddy the whole week. But yeah, the focus that I really tried to drive home with Tech Camp is gaining literacy, right? So you don't understand what's out there threatening you until you are aware of it, right? And I'll get back to Tech Camp, but one of the things that I do at alternative school is, I make them raise their hands if they've ever smoked a cigarette, and most of them have tried it. But one of the things that I do is name the brands of cigarettes. How many can we name? And you'd be astonished. They can name 20, and the students that don't even smoke can name it. So we are bombarded by this. I mean, we kind of grew up at the end of the era with the cigarette ads and comic books and things like that, or magazines, definitely Joe Camel and those kind of things. So they get into our head, and it's the same thing that's happening online, right? Our children are exposed to all kinds of things. They're taking in these short format videos. A lot of it is false information that isn't even relevant or accurate at all in any way, shape, or form. And they're being bombarded by that. In an hour's time, they're watching maybe 100 videos of these reels that are telling them all kinds of crazy stuff. And then furthermore, they're being exposed to people that we don't like. As a parent, I've never met these people. So I think it's like 1 out of 3 9th to 12th graders considers somebody they met online as one of their closest friends.
Wow.
So, that's pretty crazy. And a lot of, I can't remember the statistics, but, it's kind of shocking, but it's just giving them the power to say, hey, I don't like this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Now I know how to block them. Now I know how to report them. Now I know how to talk to my trusted adult about it.
Right.
And one of the things that I learned from the students when I talked about it is they're afraid that if they talk about what's happening to them online, that maybe their parents will take away their devices. So we really have to be careful with that and make them understand that, they need to be safe, of course, but they're not the one doing anything wrong. They're just being exposed to the wrong things.
Right.
So it's giving them the literacy to understand how to change that, and giving the parents that as well,
Yeah.
and the tools they need to block, those things that they don't want children exposed to.
When we talk to the sheriff's department and the police departments in the area and things like that, one of the biggest concerns right now is fraud.
Yeah.
And, fraud doesn't necessarily have to be that somebody's trying to take money from you. These kids are exposed to it as well in a lot of different ways. And so, again, you guys are working on more than just substance use prevention, that type of thing. Really, you're trying to give them all kinds of skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's more to the children and the citizens than just substance abuse. It is very important to fight that, but there's also the technology. There's also bullying. There's also not having the right clothes. It's just that feeling and feeling depressed. And I think that we have a unique ability to help these families.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of it too is just up in the self-esteem, up in the self-worth, making them feel like they are important, that they are intelligent.
So for parents who maybe have kind of tuned this out in their mind, wow, I don't have to worry about that, or that, my kids aren't exposed to that, or my kids know better, or whatever the case is, what would you say to the ones who maybe don't necessarily take these conversations seriously or don't take them to heart? Because I think that, to me, that is one of the biggest hurdles maybe that you guys overcome. Is it's not necessarily an apathy. It's more of a, like, they don't feel like their kids are being exposed to it, or their kids know better, or whatever the case is. They just don't feel like it's going to affect them.
That is correct. And a lot of parents, and I've been guilty of that in myself with my own children, you think it's not going to happen to me, but it can touch anybody. And that's from substance abuse to bullying to whatever. It can touch any child, any family at any time.
Right.
That's a big thing too, is just that, it's a tale as old as time. Like, not my kid, he wouldn't do, but it happens. I was raised in a home where substance misuse was very, very common, and I turned a different path because I didn't want that for my future, and I'm lucky. But most children that grew up in the environment I did don't take that path, and when you factor in mental health and things like that, it just, we just see substance misuse go up. So anything we can do to build a kid's self-esteem, make them plan about the future that they want to have, the things they want to avoid, and then making them safe, they're going to make good choices.
Yeah.
They're going to know what's out there and what will harm them.
Right.
So
well, I'm excited to see all of the different ways that you guys are going to get involved in and with the school district this year. I know that, again, there's a great relationship there between the Prevention Coalition and Dr. Alsip, and obviously the support that you guys have gotten from Mayor Chris Guess and the mayor's office as well. But is there anything else that we need to look forward to this year? Anything that we haven't gotten a chance to talk about yet before we let you guys head back on your way?
I think that's about it right now.
I mean, we've got some big stuff happening. We always try to stay busy. We try to be present in the community, and we try to be a resource for anybody that needs it.
Yes. Yeah. And if a parent is struggling and not really understanding technology, which I don't, Robbie is great with it, but I'm not. If that parent needs to have a conversation, we are there for them as well.
Yeah.
To support them.
I encourage you to go check out fcpctn.org. If you've got any questions about the programs or the resources that they've got, you can learn more there. Also, let me ask you this question before I let you go. So with the new tobacco and vaping policy, one of the things that kind of pops into my mind is, well, what if there is somebody struggling and they know that they can't have these things at school? They know that they don't want to get in trouble, but they also know that they have spent the last 2 or 3 months, puffing on them, and they're addicted to them, and they can't get off of them, or they're struggling to. Can they seek out the Prevention Coalition to help them with that kind of preemptively?
Absolutely. Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. That's where brief intervention comes in. We it's kind of like MRT in a way. We just kind of talk to them about why they think they're struggling, what they can do to change it, how they should change it.
Right.
And a lot of them think they don't have a problem, and it's the 5th time they've been caught. And we talk about how much of a grip it has. I mean, I worked in a factory where you got fired on site if you were caught vaping, and people still did it on the floor. So it mattered more than their job, you know? So that's alarming, right? And I don't want to see kids have that at a young age, especially. So yeah, absolutely. Send them our way.
We have resources to help them. I mean, it's basically an addiction, and there's resources to help them kick that habit.
Yeah. Well, that's all tremendous stuff, gentlemen. I thank you for the work that you're doing within our community. Again, it is the Franklin County Prevention Coalition. Robbie Clark and Eric Smith joining us this morning. Gentlemen, thank you so much, and good luck with this school year and all the work that you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
We're excited.
We'll be back on the other side with more. It is ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to refresh your home with hot deals from Furniture Merchandise Outlet in Tullahoma. Whether you're upgrading your living room, bedroom, dining room, or finding the perfect mattress, FMO has stylish furniture at prices your wallet will love. Visit Furniture Merchandise Outlet today at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, or shop anytime at FMOTN.com. Make your house feel like summer all year long with FMO.
And now for something you might not have known. Brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. If you started counting right now and maintained a pace of 1 number per second, it would take you about 255 years to reach more than 8 billion. And here's something else you might not have known. The Tennessee Lottery has raised more than $8 billion for education, and we don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. You can count on that. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing, life-changing fun.
Feeling under the weather? Need a quick checkup or urgent care? Look no further than Complete Express Care in Winchester. Our expert medical team is here to provide fast, reliable care when you need it most. From minor illnesses and injuries to lab tests and x-rays. No appointment necessary. Visit us today at 1211 Dinah Shore Boulevard in Winchester or call us at 931-967-6669. Complete Express Care. Your health, our priority.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
With Tennessee's August elections now complete, attention is turning toward the November 3rd general election. Voters who still need to register have until Monday, October 5th, with registration available online through GoVoteTN or at the Franklin County Election Commission. Early voting will run October 14th through October 29th. Several state and federal races will appear on the November ballot, including a race for Tennessee governor, along with contests for the 4th Congressional District and Tennessee's 47th House District. Election officials encourage residents to make sure their voter registration information is current well before voting begins. North Middle School started the new school year on a winning note Thursday night as the Gators football team picked up a home victory over Liberty School. That excitement carried right into Friday morning as students across Franklin County returned to the classroom for the start of the 2026-2027 school year. ESPN Radio Winchester's The Starting Lineup joined the first day celebration with a live broadcast from Rock Creek Elementary, where Dr. Barbara King and her staff welcomed students alongside special guests, including Director of Schools Dr. Roger Alsop and Franklin County Mayor Chris Guess. With students back in the halls, another school year is officially underway across Franklin County. And 16-year-old Franklin County musician Jeremiah Rice continues to make a name for himself on the local music scene. Rice has become a familiar face around Winchester, performing on the downtown square in front of Rare Records and at venues throughout the area. Now, the young singer-songwriter is preparing to release his newest single, Goofy Smelling Cigarettes, across major music platforms on September 4th. Rice continues to pursue his passion for music while building a following right here at home, giving Franklin County another young local artist to watch and support. For details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
When it comes to caring for your loved ones, choose a name you can trust. Inhabit Home Health in Winchester, located at 2068 Cowan Highway. We're here to provide compassionate professional care right in the comfort of your own home. From skilled nursing to therapy services, our team is dedicated to helping you or your loved ones achieve the best quality of life. Call Inhabit Home Health today at 931-967-0633 to learn more about our personalized care plans.
I don't know what to tell you. I know it's not much, but this is the best they've got. You're listening to The Starting Lineup on ESPN Radio, WCDT Winchester.
Back here on The Starting Lineup, ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT, Winchester, Joe Abraham, and Chewy. As we've got to take a second just to thank Robbie and Eric for coming in this morning again and for the work that they do in our community. Chewy, before we call out to Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware, I did want to throw this out there. Do you know who T-Rack is?
T-Rack?
T-Rack.
No.
T-Rack is the Tennessee Titans mascot. Now, Chewy doesn't know who T-Rack is because Chewy's not a big sports fan.
I didn't know they had a mascot.
Yeah, he's like a raccoon. T-Rack.
Oh,
I don't know what the T stands for, but I would assume Rack is maybe Titans raccoon, Tennessee raccoon. I don't know, but Rack sounds short for raccoon. He's definitely he's always been a raccoon.
Okay,
but he kind of looked like prior to his most recent update, he kind of looked like a wildcat with a 1920s style bank robber mask across his face. He didn't really look like a raccoon.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He was like brown with a black mask. He just it was weird looking. The problem now is with the new one, they redesigned him. The problem now is if you look at the new T-Rack design, it's not a mascot. It's not funny looking. It's not goofy looking. When you see a mascot, you expect to see it be like a cartoon character. T-Rack now...
It just looks like a furry.
Thank you. That is my point. He's too realistic, and B, he just looks like a furry. People don't care about anatomically correct woodland creatures being their mascot. What they want is for it to look like something that came out of a cartoon.
So the first picture I found on Google when I looked it up, it's the old T-Rack and it's got the old Cracker Barrel logo and it's got the new T-Rack and that updated one that they did.
Yeah.
I don't know if people can see that.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, mascots are supposed to be goofy and silly and stupid with a big head and giant. They're caricatures. Goofy smile, completely like Jimothy.
They should have made it.
If they had gone full Jimothy, that would have been tremendous.
Yeah, he almost looks smug. Like his furry face is mocking me, Joe Abraham.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
Put your stupid mask back on.
I wanted to throw that out there. I was a big T-Rack. I've always been a big T-Rack fan. I think that his design was a little bit confusing, but it never really mattered to me. And then down in Huntsville, so people who know about the trash pandas, they've got Sprocket is the name of their raccoon.
Okay.
And he's
not Rocket, Sprocket.
Sprocket. And he is goofy looking. He looks like he's a cartoon character.
He's got a little more pizzazz.
Yeah, a little more animation look to him.
This is almost like if you were doing like an anthropological play and you needed a raccoon.
Well, and not only that, but it's also what's frustrating about it is Sprocket looks like he was custom made and designed for the Trash Pandas and their logo. You got the Tennessee Titans, and that's a minor league baseball team. The Tennessee Titans, bless you. The Tennessee Titans are a, probably multi-billion-dollar organization worth a couple $1 billion at least, and they come up with this thing that looks like you could order it off of Temu.
It looks like a raccoon costume that they put a jersey on top of from Party City.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like it was in any way custom built for the Tennessee Titans. It's just a raccoon costume. Let's put a Tennessee Titans jersey on.
It's a genuine lack of character on all fronts.
Yes, and I am thoroughly disappointed by it.
I'm blaming AI. This has AI written all over it.
Probably. It's soulless, It's very soulless, which,
John Abraham jumping in the chat this morning. Trash Pandas did a Jimothy night. Nice.
They did.
Nice.
And that was a good job by them. We do a Jimothy show every day. That's basically my producer, Chewy, is Jimothy in producer form.
I'm not as hunchback as Jimothy is.
Wookiees pass around pictures of you like we pass around pictures of Jimothy.
Look at this weird one. Look how short and hairless it is.
It's got a lot of alopecia. And
look how stupid it is.
Which I'm told alopecia is not a funny thing, but I'm just saying when you're talking about a Chewbacca, a Wookiee, it is in my mind.
Speaking of that, like last night after I used Tori's, it really gets in there and really like separates the hair at the scalp.
I can see. You get the flow going.
No, dude, when I went down, I like looked down and I like did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, not doing that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's coming, dude. It's leaving.
Man, what are you gonna do when you lose your gorgeous locks?
I'm gonna do the bald crown line thing, but keep it long.
Yeah.
And then just wear a hat.
If you just keep your beanie, you just keep rocking the beanie look, you'll be okay. Hey, you know what you could do is you could sew different hairstyles into the beanie. So you could have like a dreadlock beanie.
That'd be interesting.
You could have like a long hair beanie.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
You could have pink hair beanie.
Brett Crabtree jumped in saying he looks like one of Barney's friends. Talking about T-Rex. That's, again, you're 100% right. This is like child cartoon. Like, okay.
But it's not cartoon enough. It's not animated looking enough.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So this is more like straight to VHS science learning videotape. You know what I'm talking about? Where they like do the science experiments in front of you as a kid, and you got it from like Goodwill or something, and you're like, why is this guy dressed like a rat? Or why is this guy dressed like a raccoon? It literally feels like a production of like a play or like a local TV show or something.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable.
It's like, why do you have to do that around me? Go home and do that.
Yeah, to me it's like, hey, you know, there are so many furries in infiltrating Nashville, Metro Nashville. Let's give one of them a job.
Yeah.
Like they just caught one off the street. They saw one walking down the street and they were like, oh, you know what would look really cool on that furry? Is a Titans jersey.
Have you ever seen an actual furry like in real life before?
Thankfully, no.
I went to Mount Vernon one time.
Yeah.
With my dad for a hike.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just my dad, but me and my dad got out of the car, and there was this little like rest stop kind of nature center thing. Hopped out of the car, and like the leg, like from toe to the top of the head, full regalia. And I literally just turned and I said, you can deal with that. And I turned around and walked right back into the car. I was like, I'm not even entertaining it today. Whatever this is, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm weird. I know my limits when it comes to weird. Okay.
Oh man.
And I can't do it.
You've never wanted to like run around in the woods?
Yeah. I don't need
in all your glory.
I don't need a fox costume to do that. All right. You know what? I'm not paying $12,000 to look like a cartoon fox. You creep.
This is why they kicked him out of the whole Bigfoot clan. His family kicked him out.
I'm not wearing the fox costume.
All right, let's go out to Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware and see what they're up to today. It's been an interesting morning. We didn't get into we spent so much time talking about what would Chewy look like if we found out he had a bunch of money, Scrooge McDuck over there, that we didn't get into any of the topics that I really wanted to get into. You know what I also wonder and don't understand is how Oregon gets away. Speaking of mascots, how does Oregon get away with using essentially what amounts to Donald Duck as their mascot? And then you've got teams like Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers have this big, giant, red, grimace-looking thing. What the heck is that? There are some places... And I think that the Titans have gone too far one way. There are some places like Western Kentucky who have gone too far the other way. So animated, it just looks like a big goofy blob. But mascots are supposed to be silly and stupid. My favorite mascot is probably Stanford's, the big tree. You've never seen... He's on the phone in the other room, but he just heard what I said. Stanford's mascot is a tree, like a redwood tree, I think, is what it's supposed to be. Who knows?
Stanford, you said?
Stanford, the Stanford Cardinal. Their mascot. Look up the Stanford mascot. But let us know in the chat in the FMO Facebook feed what your favorite mascot is in all of sports.
Good morning, Jeff. You ready?
It's an actual tree. That's probably my favorite silly-looking one.
We got Jeff on the line.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We're talking about mascots over here, and you would probably amount to the mascot of Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware.
I don't know.
No?
Our mascot here at Poacher for years was Scotty Steele. So when you say mascot, yeah, in your eyes, I really fit that mold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in my eyes, every time you think of Poacher Electric's mascot, I think of Scotty Steele.
Was he actually your mascot?
Well,
or was he like a pseudo mascot? Like did you dress him up in a big like chicken costume or something?
We have dressed him up in chicken costume before. That's what I'm getting at. We have dressed him up in chicken outfit before.
Oh, man.
And then, you know, he takes his chicken suit off and it still looks like a chicken. So, and but everyone in the community now doesn't go back all the way to 1990 with us, So
yeah,
maybe
I learned something new there.
Maybe I do fit the mold now, but your memory runs rampant, right?
Yeah.
And every time I think of Poultry's mascot, I think of Scotty Steele. And you picture this. You put Scotty in a chicken outfit, and he looks like a chicken. You take the outfit off of him, and he still looks like a chicken.
Y'all could have just saved money on the chicken outfit. You just saved money.
And then he does the running man. Back in high school days, he would do the running man dance,
Okay.
And he would do that with the chicken costume on, and then he does it when we're out, just being Jeff and Scotty, So I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this mascot deal, okay?
Oh man, I'm struggling with the picture of Scotty dressed up as a chicken. So there's that.
He's dressed up as a woman. He's dressed up as a chicken. We've had Scotty in all kinds.
Listen. You don't need to out the man.
I've got pictures of Scotty. I mean, he's voted most mischievous in our high school superlatives for a reason.
Yeah,
okay?
I have heard that.
Just leave it at that and picture everything you want to picture and you
man.
see them, okay? So anyway, back to Poultry Electric.
Yeah.
We gotta get off the mascot. You know it.
Oh man. So
you have just blown my brain this morning on a Monday morning.
Sorry.
You know it.
we do that a lot around here.
I'm starting to see visions of all of our school days with Scotty and
you're gonna have
and
some
things we've done.
You have some weird dreams tonight for sure.
What about Christy? She could be the mascot for the Speed Queen, right?
There you
because
go.
We call her the Queen of Appliances at Poultry Electric.
Yeah.
So she is Miss Speed Queen.
She is the Speed Queen.
Yeah, she is the queen. She's the queen of the hardware store. She's the boss. She's the backbone. So she's our mama. When we mess something up, she says, "Okay, Mama, fix it for you."
Yeah. Well, she told me she told me not to tell you last week, but she helped somebody with some plumbing stuff.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did. She did.
She may be taking my plumbing. She loves plumbing play.
I can hear her in the background. She told me not to tell you.
She said that was y'all's secret,
I know it. But I was so impressed by her ability to do that.
She can do about anything in the store,
Yeah.
So, anyways, hey, Speed Queen, we've got several going out today. Friday and Saturday, we always say is Appliance Day, and it's really weird. We had a refrigerator back here that Adam had ordered in. What's the brand of that refrigerator, Christy, that he sold? The little small one. KitchenAid. Okay, we had a KitchenAid refrigerator here. We got into KitchenAid line of appliances, I don't know, a year or so ago, and we sold them, but we keep one on display just because that way to show that we do have the presence of the KitchenAid, right?
Right.
And Adam ordered it in. It's a little smaller refrigerator than what we thought it was, and it got here, and yes, it tells us we have a KitchenAid display. We can order KitchenAid products. But it's really not the one we need on display. We need the grand poobah.
The grand poobah, yeah.
Yeah, instead of the little small one. So, make a long story short, we had made a deal with a contractor to buy that refrigerator, and so all of a sudden, we sold that refrigerator Friday evening. We get a lady walk in Saturday morning, and she sees it, and she wants it.
Oh.
So Adam sells that refrigerator twice, okay? After it been sitting here for 3 or 4 months, and us wanting to get rid of it to replace it with a good entrance device, showing
it's
that we
Appliance
got
Friday.
Yes. So we go from trying to push this refrigerator so we can swap it out for a better version of KitchenAid to two people buying it in 12-hour period.
Wow.
Is that not just weird?
That is.
That's Murphy's Law. That's how things work.
Now you
So
might
anyway,
you might have to order another small one and put it on display.
We do. We've got now. We have to order another one, and then we have to order the one that we want now.
Yeah.
So if you need KitchenAid products, we've got KitchenAid. If you need Whirlpool, we've got Whirlpool. If you need Electrolux spray, we've got that. We've got the Speed Queens. If you want a little less expensive washer and dryer set, we always keep a washer and dryer here for, I think it's like less than $900 for the pair. Because
Nice.
you have the people that wants the price point, and then you have the people that wants the Speed Queen. my wife and I, first two sets of washers and dryers we bought, if we get married at 18 years old, we bought the inexpensive ones, and then, after we went to our third set, we bought the Speed Queen at that point from Eddie Clark up here.
Right.
Now we are Eddie Clark CND. We've got the Speed Queen. So come and see us on all your appliance needs. If you need electrical and plumbing, we got that. If you need irrigation, of course, no one's talked about irrigation this year because it rains every other day,
Right.
or rains every day. But I'll promise you it's going to be dry. Come and see us for all your nuts and bolts and fastener needs. We just had a lady walk in the door. She had broke the plastic handle on her vacuum cleaner, and she told me the brand. It's one of these expensive brands of vacuum cleaners. There's a plastic handle.
Right.
And she had been to Brand X, and Brand X told her to use this glue, and it didn't work. So I assured her a while ago to use this plastic weld glue / cement, and it would hold that handle on. And she has all the confidence in the world with us, so she's going home right now to try to fix her vacuum cleaner. But little projects like that is what you and I try to stress.
Yeah.
That, she comes in the door, she wants a way to fix her expensive vacuum cleaner. And I have one product in the store, and I tell her, if that doesn't work, you're not fixing this vacuum cleaner, you know. And so I'll follow. She's supposed to follow up tomorrow and tell me yes or no, because she says she comes in here all the time, and she does. She's a frequent customer, and she gets her all of her know-how in how to do it, So, so Poacher Electric Pro Hardware, 1991 Sharp Springs Road. Call us at 967-7351. Located across the road from the Crystal's Place. Find us on the web at poacherelectric.com.
All right, brother. Be good.
Hey, you have a good day.
All right.
Hey, ask Scotty about the mascot. Okay?
I'm gonna ask him. Apologize to Miss Christie for me for giving up her nice secret.
I'll do that.
I did not mean to betray her trust. I was just so impressed by her.
Hey, thank you so much.
All right, brother. Be good. That is Jeff over there at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware. And again, he kind of touched on it there towards the end, but one of the things that really separates them, you think about them as Pro Hardware and dealing with the hardware professional, like the contractors and things like that. But honestly, the thing that really separates them is their ability to help the novice, the guy like me who really has no clue, and just calls them up and says, "What do I do?" And they have the solution, and they can walk you through getting it done. All right, we're up against the end of the show. You want to just turn right around and go ahead and call Heath Automotive?
Sure.
All right, let's do that. We got to slip them in here to finish this thing off. It's been the mayhem of all mayhems this Monday, and I apologize for that. I have got to get to the store and get me some pre-workout. I tried to come off it. Listen, it's been like 4 days. I've tried to come off it, and I just can't. It just makes me. They're too busy.
I think Steve's a little busy this morning.
Yeah.
It is back to school Monday, so I imagine they're probably swamped.
Listen, I gotta get back on a pre-workout.
Yeah,
this is too much.
Yeah, well, I think you're right because
otherwise this is gonna become an afternoon show.
Yeah, you're not as aggressive as you usually are. Like,
I know.
Usually, like, whenever we were talking about the mascot, you were a little like, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, because that's not normal. We got to sharpen that spear a little bit back to where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be sharpening it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna go get me like a big thing. Maybe I'll go like the double scoop.
You need to do double scoop in White Monster.
Well, so they have different levels of caffeine that they put in them. I'll just look for the one with the highest level.
That's good for your heart, I'm sure.
Well, the people don't care.
Oh, okay.
They just
All right.
want to be entertained.
I see.
So we'll work on that.
By the way, Andrew did jump in while
morning,
you were
Andrew.
on the phone out there. Brett came back and said Smokey is the best, and that's that little dog that the Vols have, right?
Yes.
And then, but the question is what did the fox say? I forgot about that even existed.
What did the fox say?
Also, Brett wanted to know if I saw the picture of me that he sent you this weekend, and I think you did show it to me with the.
I don't think I sent him the one. I don't think I did.
Oh, is it not the Guy Fieri one?
No, there's another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll have to see that. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
I'll show Chewy in a break. All right, we'll be back on the other side to wrap. Oh no, we're already done.
We're at the top of the hour.
We braked. We broke. See, this is what happens. No pre-workout. I just break the show. Sure.
Mayhem Monday.
Some days are winners. Some days are not.
Some days are Mondays.
Some days are Mondays. The show is really bad on certain days that end in Y. Is that how that joke goes?
The beta-alanine in the stuff that makes your face itch.
That's the thing. So I'll tell you the real secret. I was taking so much pre-workout that it stopped working, so I needed to give my body a break from it.
Oh, my God.
Because I wasn't feeling the ants anymore. I like when I take it, I need to feel like my skin is crawling. That helps me get going.
You're like those Olympians in like the 1920s who were taking like all of like the illegal things, and you're
Do you think blood doping would help me do the show better?
I don't think so.
We'll try it tomorrow on the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at reliablerentalfc.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got
This is Andy Davis with Davis & Davis Southern Injury Law. Right here in Franklin County, people know our name, and they know we show up ready to fight. We've built our reputation in this community by taking cases seriously and getting serious results. You're not just another file on a desk. We treat your case like it's our own. If you've been injured in a wreck, do not talk to the insurance adjuster. Talk to us. Call Davis & Davis Southern Injury Law at 931-967-7000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than that of other lawyers.
It's time for a community calendar update, presented by Minuteman Press in Tullahoma.
From community outreach to local entertainment, here's a look at what's coming up around Franklin County. The Franklin County one-day community outreach event returns Saturday, August 8th from 8 a.m. until noon at First United Methodist and First Baptist Churches in Winchester. The completely free event provides necessary services to residents and connections to nonprofit resources. Organizers say the mission is to help meet basic needs while sharing Christ's love with the community. Also happening Saturday, August 8th, Oaklawn Baptist Church in Winchester is hosting its Cruise In for Christ and Craft Fair beginning at 3 p.m. The event invites the community to bring out their favorite rides and enjoy an afternoon of cars, crafts, and fellowship. Their motto is simple: if you think it's cool, bring it. The Franklin County Library is offering something a little different for adults on Monday, August 10th at 6 p.m. with its True Crime Club. This month's discussion will focus on Catherine Knight, with participants exploring real-life crime through podcast discussions. Doors lock at 6, so participants will want to arrive on time. And a local musician is preparing to share a very personal project. Jeremiah Rice has announced new music scheduled to be released across music platforms on September 4th. The upcoming release, titled Goofy Smelling Cigarettes, features family photographs in his artwork and gives local music fans something new to watch for as we head into September. In a small area like Franklin County, staying connected matters, so stay connected to your community with 931go.com and ESPN Radio Winchester.
Do you need high-quality printing services that help your business stand out? Minuteman Press in Tullahoma has you covered, whether you need business cards, flyers, banners, signs.
Southern Middle Tennessee's sports leader, WCDT 1340 AM, W29.